tu não deixar o likezinho, vai dar BO, mano. Deixa o likezinho, compartilha com seus amigos.
Cadê? Tem vídeo da nova temporada? Eu tenho que ver essa porra. Eu não vi, mano. Eu acho. Achei. Caralho, é 23 minutos, mano. Yo! Eu vou emocionar. Caralho, eu tenho que fazer uma refeição, mano, antes de ver isso aqui. Não sei se eu vou aguentar, mano.
É isso que a gente vai ver quando eu amassar seu crânio.
Alatares valeu pelos 6 meses, amigão. Ryan valeu pelo Prime. Getz valeu pelos 3 meses. Matheus valeu pelos 13.
É isso que a gente vai ver quando eu
também.
amassar seu crânio.
E Blue Cat valeu pelos 4. E Gabrielzão valeu pelos 5 agora, é nóis. 23 minutos de rajada. São 23 minutos de boas informações, mano. Calma. Não vamos se render à geração de TikTok, pelo amor de Deus. Pelo amor de Deus, mano. Não vou botar 2x. Não começa. Pelo amor de Deus. Pelo amor de Deus. Pelo amor de Deus. Isso aqui é o futuro, mano. Cara, isso é o futuro, mano. Olha o gol. Cara, são muitas mudanças, mano. São boas mudanças. Como assim, cara? Tem que ativar a legenda?
Hey folks, I'm Andre, also known as Medler.
And I'm Jeremy, a.k.a. Right Brightman. Welcome back. We hope you all had a wonderful and happy holiday
season. Aqui são os donos do LoL, né? Que isso, cara?
Right Brightman. Welcome back. We hope you all had a wonderful and happy holiday season, and we're really excited to welcome you to season 2024.
Now, we're filming this video in early November, so anything that happens between now and the start of the season won't be covered in this video. Today we're going to be joined by more folks.
Concentra, mano. Concentra, pelo amor de Deus. É a nova temporada. Presta atenção.
To talk about some of the things coming in 2024, like ranked updates, new champions, some information about Arcane Season 2, and some updates on esports.
Now, before we get started, don't forget that when you jump into a game in 5 days, Summoner's Rift is going to look and feel a little bit different. Get ready for some new objectives, map changes, and updates to the core item system. And as a reminder, Season Start Cinematic is going to be releasing next week on January 10th.
Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Long Harrison, the lead gameplay designer for League. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you all about some of our thoughts on Ranked, some of our learnings from the changes we made last year, and what we want to do this year to help make your climbs better for Season 2024. Last year, we added Emerald tier and increased LP gains to help alleviate any pain from increasing the number of rank resets each year. And while we've seen an overall increase in match quality, there were some side effects that moved us away from where we want to take Ranked. We've seen much larger differences in visible ranks in games, meaning many of you saw players with different ranks in your matches, like a plat player in a silver game. So we're making some focused improvements on how the rank system evaluates player skill to reduce these situations. These changes will be going live when you start your rank climb next week. The changes should help resolve some other pain points, such as losing more LP than you gain, even with a positive ranked win rate overall, and also help with differentiating between Smurf accounts and new players. As always, we'll be closely monitoring these changes, as well as your feedback, to make adjustments as needed. Best of luck in your climbs, and welcome to Season 2024.
Hi everyone, I'm Lexi Gao, a.k.a. Raya Lexical, the Champions team lead.
And I'm Soap May, also known as Soapbox, production lead on the Champions team.
We've been working on Skarner's update for a while now, and we've been polishing him up to be ready for his big day. Meanwhile, he's getting ready for some fun too. Last time we talked about Skarner, we showed his gameplay, but we never really talked about his lore.
Skarner was a founding member of the Yuntal, where he helped guide and shape Ixtal into the prospering region it is now. He is, however, very suspicious of the outside world and believes that Ixtal should be isolated to be safe. And he will not hesitate to run down intruders to keep it that way. We are currently finishing up Skarner's VGU, and we can't wait for you to get it across the rift in the first half of the year.
After Skarner, we're working on 2 other champion updates. The first one is for a champion we haven't talked about before, but plays a pretty big role in a show that maybe you heard about. Arcane.
Arcane
we
é da hora.
to bring their Arcane version to the Rift with updated visuals and VO, while also giving some love to their gameplay. You can expect to see them early next year after the second season is over. As for what comes after the Arcane-inspired VGU, we're excited to announce that we'll finally be tackling Shyvana.
Cara,
She has a great theme.
Mano, isso é bom. Eles têm que mudar mesmo, eles têm que fazer rework. Esses bonecos que é velho tem que mudar tudo, mano. Sivir, a Sivir tem um kit horrível, velho. Compara o kit dos bonecos novos com o kit da Sivir, é ridículo, mano. Tem que mudar, tem que dar rework em tudo esses bonecos pedregulho, mano, de 2005, velho. Todos, mano.
Thus, we're thinking about refining and progressing who she is and tuning up
Olha
her
o Cog,
gameplay.
olha o Cog. Cog é triste, mano. Cog, Sivir, Singed. É ridículo esses bonecos, mano. Tá tudo largado as traças, pô.
Instead of a complete overhaul on her narrative and themes. Think more Udyr and less Skarner. But we want to be transparent about her timeline. Shyvana's VGU will not be released until 2025, after the Arcane VGU.
Okay, now on to the new champions. We've been teasing a cute, small ADC that's swooping into the rift soon. Meet Smolder, the fiery fledgling. Look at our cute little son.
Ai, não, é dragão!
Ele cospe fogo? Óbvio, né?
Pelo menos eu não caí no mar.
Caralho, que maneiro.
Oi, eu sou o Smolder. Ah, minha mãe também falou oi. Quem é o melhor dragão? Eu sou o melhor dragão. Mãe, o meu nome dos foguinhos...
Eu não sei nem o que a Zeri faz ainda direito, mano.
Beleza.
Mas eu vou trabalhar esses Smolder, mano. Vou trabalhar esses Smolder.
Olha o que eu sei fazer.
Ele já lançou ou eles vão lançar isso no futuro?
Cadê todo mundo? Aí sim! Mãe, você viu isso? Eu acabei com ele!
A mãe do Smolder é o drag do jogo, né? Caralho!
As all of the recent ADCs we've released are high-skilled champs or very non-traditional. Felios, Samira, Zeri,
vou trazer esses
we
Smolder,
want to
mano.
fulfill the fantasy of a little dragon who can focus on honing his fire-breathing skills.
Por que criatividade zero? Pô, achei mais legal esse boneco, mano. Achei bem mais legal do que Naila, pô. 1000 vezes, mano.
Working on his skills, his mom is never too far in the distance and is always ready to make an appearance when he needs her the most.
After Smolder, we'll be heading further north to cool off from all that dragon fire.
Legal,
Our Vestayan solo laner is someone we've been wanting to bring to the Rift for a while, but the last time we tried that development took a bit of a detour and we ended up with Silas.
But not to worry, the Champions team is back on the case and is focusing on making a new mid-range mage. We have another champion in the works who should be a familiar face to all of you. But we're gonna hand things over to Riot Brightmoon and Meddler to talk a little bit more about our new upcoming champion.
Outro! Ah, não!
Last year, we shared that
outro
Season 2
não,
will
né?
be releasing globally this November. Everyone at Riot is really excited by the show, and we've been inspired to bring
Acho que ela tá
Arcane
falando
into
do
game world.
mundo. É
We're
outro
excited to
boneco?
show you a small preview of one of the things the League team's been
Ah,
working on.
não, mano.
So the first bit of
Calma
Arcane you'll be
aí,
seeing in
mano.
League will be Ambessa Madara. She'll bring Noxian domination to the Rift. And much like how she is in the
Mas
show,
essa daí
she won't
não
be for
sou
the faint of
ainda.
heart in game. Don't let her large stature fool you though. She brings both strength and speed, sidestepping attacks with surprising agility.
And Ambessa is only the first piece of Arcane coming to League this year. To celebrate Arcane Season 2, we'll have Arcane-inspired gameplay and a new VGU, new skins, as well as a few other surprises.
Skins é o clássico.
I am so excited for the new season. I hope you are too. Can we show them a clip? Maybe just one?
Okay, one, but just a short one.
Tenta não hypar, guys, pelo amor de Deus. alguém hypando. Que isso? Tem um bicho pendurado ali, mano. Era o Urgas? É o Urgot pendurado, será?
Hey everyone, I'm Evan Humphreys, a.k.a. Riot Revenancer, the lead system designer for our motivations team. We're responsible for creating and maintaining the various systems around the game like loot, honor, and champion mastery, which is what I'm here to talk to you all about today. Champions are the most central part of League, and we love the dedication that a lot of you have to your main. We want mastering champions to be a meaningful experience that lets you differentiate more between players who play champions some and players who play them a ton. So, we're uncapping the leveling system and letting you show off exactly how much you play your favorite champions. Levels 7 through 10 will unlock new versions of the Mastery emote, and after that, we'll add an evolving number that displays your total Mastery level from 11 and beyond. And don't worry, your current champion Mastery points will carry over to the new system. So if you've already grinded to Mastery 7 on your main, there's no need to do it again. And those of you with enough Mastery points will end up at even higher levels. We'll be back again as we get closer to launch in the first half of the year with more info on this updated system.
Isso vai ser muito feio. Por quê? Isso já tem no jogo, eles só vão mudar. Cara, só que o problema é que isso tá parecendo elo, não. Isso tá parecendo tipo diamante, não? Platina, um bagulho assim. I don't know.
Hey everyone, I'm Eduardo Cadmus Cortejoso, and I'm a team lead for game modes on League of Legends.
Hi, I'm Selena Choo Chang Liu, the delivery lead on the MOS team.
So last year, we released Arena and we received a huge amount of support from all of you.
Que a gente vai ver quando
we brought it back in December to test out some changes and make some improvements. We're happy to share, though, that it's coming back again in the first half of this year with even more improvements. Our goal for the next iteration of Arena is to increase champion diversity, improve game-to-game variance, and foster even more experimentation. One of our favorite parts of Arena is the ability to play some fun and wacky combinations that wouldn't and maybe shouldn't work in Summoner's Rift. So we want to encourage that with some more targeted changes to gameplay and game balance. The biggest change you'll see is that we're increasing the number of teams from 4 teams of 2 to 8 teams of 2, for a total of 16 players in each game of Arena, making Arena a 2v2, v2, 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 v2. This means that you'll face different teams more often, have more chances at redemption,
Ai, aqui eu fui, galera.
get out early or crush the competition if you're really doing well.
Então vai ser o dobro agora? Vai ser tipo 2v2? Duas arenas? É isso? Eles estão empurrando esse 2v2, né, mano? Eu até gostei no começo desse 2v2, mas agora você já saturou essa porra. Mas se pá que essa arena gigantesca aí deve ser legal.
Outside of Arena, we are also bringing back more game modes this year. Earth will be back for Lunar New Year, and then we'll be following that up with One for All.
Mano, tinha que ter ranked de Urf, mano. Urf é o futuro, mano. O Urf é o LoL 5 anos à frente.
All the work happening on Arena last year, we still have something else cooking behind the scenes.
We're experimenting with yet another new mode that, like Arena, will be a totally different take on core League gameplay. But unlike Arena, this will be a little bit more of a chill way to spend time with your friends. We don't want to spoil too much yet, so we'll be back later this year to share more.
Good luck, have fun.
Cadê o voz?
ARAM, Arena, Earth, OFA, and
Seus leão. Cadê o voz nessa porra que não tem? Antes trapaça se emociona. O que eu tive de jogar... Claro, meu Deus, sou apenas um Diamond, mas o que eu tive que jogar contra script essa última temporada, eu sofri, mano. Sério, eu sofri, mano. Pelo amor de Deus, mano.
This was compounded by the security breach earlier in the year.
Cara, só demorou 12 anos pra lançar, 14 anos pra lançar.
A pretty consistent piece of feedback that we've been hearing from you all is the high number of bots in games, disrupted smurfs in ranked, and an increase in scripting. We know this has been a consistent pain point in League, so it's been something we've been working on fixing.
One of our goals this year is to maintain and improve the competitive integrity in all of your League games, whether it's in ranked or normals, Clash, Arena, whatever. So in late February or early March, we're bringing Vanguard to League. Vanguard is our proprietary anti-cheat and anti-botting software.
Ele é bom? O Vanguard é o do Valorant, né? É bom ou não? Ou no Valorant os caras deita e rola esse anti-cheat aí? Eu quero anti-cheat bom. Eu quero anti-cheat bom. Nem que anti-cheat sem vergonha não, velho.
Similar to Valorant's version of Vanguard, leagues will run at the kernel level. This is becoming standard.
Esse não é o anti-cheat que tava derretendo o processador, placa de vídeo, uma porra dessa, quando lançou? É bom.
For strong anti-cheat software in gaming, as cheat and bot makers are quick to adapt. If you don't run at this level, they will, and thereby evade all of the anti-cheat software as a result. Now, Vanguard offers us the ability to catch bots and cheaters as quickly and effectively as possible.
É bom, mas é pesado.
It also gives us the opportunity to do things like hardware ban offenders and terminate matches in which a cheater is detected. Refund.
Olha lá, reembolsa todo o PDL na partida que um cara toma ban e acaba o
game. Loss of LP for everybody except the person.
Pô, vou chorar, mano. Pô, aí na moral, se for juntar os PDL que eu perdi contra o Uzi e o déficit do Diamond, eu já tinha 1000 pontos já, velho. Essa é minha season, hein? Eu tô avisando, essa é minha season.
Now, we know that there's a question and concern of data privacy around kernel-level anti-cheat. This is something that came up with Vanguard and Valorant as well, and we want to take a moment to tackle those concerns up front here. Vanguard does not collect or process any personal information differently from our current anti-cheat software. We don't need or want to know anything more about you or your machine other than what is necessary to maintain integrity when playing our games. Now, if you already have Vanguard installed because you've played Valorant, you won't need to do anything else, and you can continue as normal. But if you haven't, starting in a few weeks, you'll be required to install Vanguard in order to play League.
We know that this may be a meaningful change, but we're very confident it will lead to an overall better League experience for everyone. We'll be sure to communicate with you all as the changes go live.
O foda é que quem tem PC mais humilde pra jogar LoL hoje, talvez não consiga jogar não, mano. Tipo, se tu roda PC, joga LoL hoje a 40 FPS, tranquilo, pô, esse Vanguard o PC não vai tancar, mano. Vai ficar mais pesado ainda, vai travar mais ainda, menos FPS ainda. Vai ficar foda. Tipo assim, mano. Sem contar que tem um mapa novo ainda, né? Com mais efeitos especiais. Então tá mais pesado no geral, não só pelo anti-cheat, mas acho que o anti-cheat é... O LoL não vai mais poder ser jogado no Windows 7.
Know how things are going afterwards. All right, we're going to hand things back off to the dev team now for an update on some of the skins coming to League this year.
Mas eu acho que, eu acho que eles têm que fazer isso, não? Tipo assim, o jogo, se eles deixarem assim, vai morrer, mano. Um monte de hack, pô, um monte de script, os caras streamando no campeonato de script, pô, eles têm que fazer algo, tá ligado? Não dá pra deixar o jogo sem anti-cheat e os caras deitar e rolar, mano. Sei lá. Eles têm que tentar otimizar essa porra desse Vanguard aí pra ele não ser tão pesado, tá ligado? Mas a gente tem que ter, eu acho.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie 100-Piece Nuggets Leong, the skins team lead.
And I'm Thomas Ranby, a.k.a. Riot Hylia, the concept art lead for skins. Today we're going to talk a bit about some of the upcoming thematics for League, some of our goals for 2024, and we're going to give you all an update on our ASUs. But first, I believe we owe you an updated Prestige skin list.
Yes, we do.
Ta-da! Oh.
In the first half of the year, you can expect Prestige skins for Rakan, Ezreal, Kindred, Evelyn, and Kale in that order. We'll be back later in the year to give you all an update on the second half of the year. We also wanted to give you all an update on our 2 ASUs. Lee Sin's base is finalized, and we've been working through his extensive skin catalog. We spent a lot of time testing out his animations to make sure we didn't impact his smooth gameplay, and have been sure to similarly focus on this with his skins. We're really excited to put him and his newly unbroken neck into your hands, and you can expect to bring him onto the Rift in early May. We did want to give you a heads up.
Pô, eles estão mudando coisa pra caralho, hein? É isso que a gente vai ver. Até que os caras estão trabalhando, né, mano? Até que os caras resolveram trabalhar, mano. Independente da gente gostar ou não das mudanças, estão trabalhando, mano.
Seriously. His ASU is taking us a bit longer than we originally intended, and we're currently figuring out our updated timelines, but we'll be back with an update later this year with a sweeper to let you know when to expect an updated Swift Scout on the Rift.
All right. Now on to the new and returning skin thematics of the year. So first up, we're going to be celebrating the Lunar New Year with a brand new thematic called Heaven Scale, which pays homage to the rich cultural heritage of the holiday. In the world of Heaven Scale, a curious court of deities take on human guises and descend from their palaces in the clouds to take part in the mortal celebrations below. So Heaven Scale's design fantasy skews a bit more heavily into ancient historical divinity and garments in order to distance itself from our more modern takes on the Lunar New Year, like lunar beasts or firecracker. We wanted to take care to preserve the majestic and beautiful designs while also keeping a fun and celebratory tone in line with the spirit of the holiday. We also have another brand new thematic coming up that delves...
Pô, tá chique, hein, mano, essa skinzinha do desenho.
Celebratory tone.
Os caras sabem ganhar dinheiro, né, mano?
We also have another brand new
Os caras sabem ganhar
that
grana,
delves into
mano.
a world where primal instinct reigns supreme, called Primal Ambush. Primal Ambush draws heavy inspirations from the refined skill of martial artists and the raw, fierce strength of tigers themselves. We wanted to show some love to our Southeast Asian players in particular with this thematic. We really drew a ton of inspiration from that region, the fashions of those cultures, where tigers naturally live and hold a great deal of cultural significance.
We'll also have the return of some established thematics like porcelain, recent favorite fairy court, as well as some well-loved thematics we haven't visited in a few years, like Project and Blood Moon, and you can expect to see all of these come out before summer this year.
We've also been taking a look at some improvements we can make outside of just what new skins are releasing. So some of our older legendaries, for instance, were released before we started adding content such as legendary borders. So we're going to be going back to add them to skins that missed out.
Estão gostando,
This includes
guys?
skins such as Broloff.
Tá singela essas mudanças pra vocês? Eu tô gostando, sinceramente.
Quando sai esse
LoL 2?
É, no Patch Live acho que sai dia 10, mas todas essas mudanças aqui eles foram falando, ao decorrer do ano.
Mundo and
Vai
Dragon
sair
and
tudo
Tristana.
assim.
Trist will actually be live in just a few days.
And finally, we have some skins coming out for champions who haven't had as
faltou
much
voice,
love
né?
in a little bit. As of filming, Rammus is currently sitting, in the 1000-Day Club, and Olaf is hot on his tail.
All right, well, that's it for us for now. We're going to hand things over to the esports team, who will give you an update on the competitive side of League that we definitely should have been drafted for.
Yep, absolutely.
Silver 2.
I am iron.
Olha lá,
Hi
esports.
everyone, I'm Nazala Taha.
And I'm Chris Greeley.
And we are so excited to kick off the 14th season of LoL
Caralho,
Esports. And we want to give you a look at some of our plans for 2024. So let's start by talking about our global events, MSI and Worlds.
We want our international events to have a strong regional representation, so that the best
Joga
teams
duas
from
vagas
each
pro Brasil aí,
region
só
can
de
fight it
bobeira,
out on the
mano.
global stage.
Joga duas vaguinhas, mano. Joga duas vaguinhas. Nós vai de Pay Cage, Super Cage.
This
Bem
year we're
chique.
making it so that there are 3 base slots for
Faz
the
essa pra
LPL,
nós.
LCK, LEC, and LCS at Worlds, with new ways for teams and regions to earn additional slots. The LLA, CBLOL,
nóis.
PCS, and the VCS will have their slots remain unchanged.
And we're keeping the same double elim format.
For the LPL, each region can fight it.
Queremos
events to have a strong regional representation, so that the best teams from each region can fight it out on the global
Mudou
stage.
nada?
This year we're making it so that there are 3 base
3 vagas de base.
slots for the LPL.
Pô, eles botaram LCS ali como se ninguém fosse perceber, é loucura, mano. Ai, na moral, isso me irrita.
LCK, LEC, and LCS at Worlds, with new ways for teams and regions to earn additional slots. The LLA, CBLOL, PCS, and the VCS will have their slots remain unchanged.
And we're keeping the same double elim format from MSI 2023, but we're going to up the stakes even more this year. For the first time ever, the winning MSI team will be awarded a guaranteed
Pô, isso é huge, mano.
spot at Worlds, which also counts as an additional slot for their
Caralho, mano.
region.
Ah, os caras estão trabalhando,
And the next
mano.
best performing region at MSI will secure an additional world seed for their region.
Yeah, and we can't wait to see the increased competition at MSI this year.
And while we're talking about MSI, we wanted to share that this year's MSI will be held from May 1st through the 19th in Chengdu, China. This is the first time we've brought a global LoL esports event to this vibrant city, and we're so excited to see the amazing crowds there cheer on their favorite teams. And we'll be back with more updates on MSI the closer we get to the event.
Last year in Korea, we announced
E
that
pra
Worlds
nós? Pra nós não mudou nada, né? Isso aí é pros caras, tudo que os caras que vai ganhar, não sei o quê.
Would be returning to Europe, with the finals taking place in London, England at the O2
Ela vai ficar chupando o dedo mais um ano? Pelo amor de Deus, velho.
Well, we'll be kicking off Worlds in Berlin at our newly remodeled esports arena for the play-ins and Swiss stages. Then we'll head to the Adidas Arena in Paris, France for quarterfinals and semifinals. Fans brought so much energy to the Paris finals in 2019, and we're really excited to see what you all do for not just one, but 2 stages of Worlds there.
Cara, por que não tem um MSI ou um Mundial no Brasil mais, cara? Cara, faz 7 anos, mano. Foi em 2017 que teve MSI, mano. Por quê, mano? Por quê? Beleza que nós é ruim, mas tipo assim... É a torcida mais apaixonante, mano. É a que mais vibra, é a que mais torce, mano. Os caras fazem mundial nos Estados Unidos. Os caras são ruins também, velho. Por que não, mano?
Worlds will run from September 24th through November 2nd. And we'll be back later this year as we get closer to the event to announce ticket sales dates.
Now, as we embark on the 2024 season, we are so proud to commemorate 14 remarkable years of LoL esports.
Queremos mundial no Brasil. Ponto.
Leave their mark, displaying incredible resilience, mastery of League of Legends gameplay, and inspiring...
Os caras estão ignorando nós. Que deu merda aqui o quê? O que deu merda? No Brasil. Foi um sucesso a MSI do Brasil, irmão. Foi um sucesso, velho.
Impact on the game, the sport, and the community, and really honor their legacies. We are proud to introduce the LoL esports.
Eita, é aí que entra eu.
There are a number of pro players worthy of being inducted into our unique version.
Aqui são lendas, né? Aqui tá falando de lendas. Realmente lenda. Não é uns e outros aí.
There are a number of pro players worthy of being inducted into our unique
Isso aqui já era para ter há anos também.
So we've gathered an independent voting panel of esports industry veterans and experts from every region around the world to vote and select our very first inductee.
Each year, those inducted into the Hall of Legends will have their historic careers celebrated both IRL and in-game. Now, we're currently collecting votes, and we'll be back later this year to share more.
And finally, all of our regional leagues are gearing up for the start of the 2024 competitive season. You can tune in on LoLesports.com beginning January 13th to keep up with all of your favorite teams and pros.
We can't wait to watch the 2024 LoL esports season with all of you. Good luck and have fun on your climbs. Thank you in advance for tuning in and supporting your favorite teams and leagues. Now, here's Riot Brightmoon and Medler to wrap us up.
All right, before we go, we wanted to remind you that we're celebrating a special birthday for League this year. We are turning 15. We are so close to being able to finally drive a car.
Oh, in the US at least.
But we're looking forward to celebrating with you all later this year. We're not doing new game announcements this time. This year is all about League and celebrating our 15th birthday with all of you.
So look forward to the celebrations coming in October. And as a reminder, don't forget to check out the dev blogs that go into more detail on some of the topics we discussed today. We'll also be back with our regular dev updates as usual after this video.
Cara, boas mudanças, mano.
Best of luck on your climbs.
E aí, gostaram, guys?
Welcome to season 2024.
É isso, mano. É isso. Skins novas, anti-cheat.